What's up, guys? Lance the Obscure Movie Guy coming to you once again with another fun-filled, fact-filled video that you probably won't care about, but we're going to do it anyways, trying to change the world one post at a time. Now, the movie we're going to be talking about today was sent to me from Michael Joy. If you're not familiar with Michael Joy, well, he runs Marketing Macabre on Facebook. It's a Facebook group where he helps promote low-budget independent horror films. He also runs horrornews.net on the internet, the interwebs, as they say. You can definitely go check out horrornews.net. It's got exclusive interviews, teaser trailers for all kinds of films, rankings for, best horror of 2024, best topless scenes in horror films, and many, many more things. And Michael Joy is also running a crowdfunder campaign right now on Kickstarter for Dead Afterlife, trying to get that off the ground and running, be his first feature-length film. So shout out to Michael Joy for sending me this film that we are about to review. Today's movie, it stars Ashley Lawhorn and Patrick Andrew Jones. Today we are going to be talking about Airshift.
You're listening to WQZR 93.7. I am the one and only Lisa Richmond, bringing you the latest and greatest in alternative indie rock. WQZR.
Hey, do you guys still deliver?
No, you're looking for the pizza place.
Lisa, look, I know this was your father's dream. Freeform radio like the old days, but it's over. Since it's your last shift, I'm gonna need you to clear out your space before the morning.
Police are searching for a man in connection with a series of murders throughout the greater Albemarle County area. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, my car broke down. Can I just use a phone?
And that was Mark Laidlaw with The Ages of Man. What do you want?
I heard you on the radio tonight.
Hello?
Who the hell are they?
It's Sophie Severine.
Hey, guys.
We're here for the gig, the live gig.
Leave me in pieces, tear me apart. I'm not ready to heal this time.
No autographs right now, okay? Sophie Manny's all with us. What
are these things?
Maybe it has something to do with the uranium.
There's some things when they die, you can't bring them back.
Airshift tells the story of a independent indie alternative rock station built on top of a hazardous waste site, and a serial killer and zombies. It sounds ridiculous, and it is, but in all the best possible ways. So basically what you have is Ashley Lawhorn, who is playing Lisa Richmond. Lisa is the on-air DJ for this WQZR indie alternative rock station, 93.7 in the local town. Doesn't have a far reach, doesn't have a huge fan base, but she is very passionate about indie rock music, which I can appreciate since we're all very passionate about indie filmmaking. However, it comes to light that the radio station was built on some sort of radioactive hazardous waste material storage unit, and basically needs to be shut down, and she's going to be on air for one last time. Now, the movie opens up with a guy dumping a body in the woods and basically an overplay of a news report about a serial killer. So you're basically already connecting dots. There's a news report about a serial killer. Here we have our presumable killer dumping a body in the woods, and he's having a conversation with the dead body. The good old-fashioned "it's not you, it's me" routine. These worlds all collide in a fantastic fashion as far as I'm concerned. Basically, Lisa's going to be on air one last night. You have this, the news is broken to her that they're going to have to shut down the radio station. She's trying her very best to try and run a fundraiser to get some money to keep the radio station open, and this hazardous waste material cleanup crew is coming in to clean out this waste material. They get exposed to the radioactive waste and subsequently become zombies. Um, Unbeknownst to Lisa on air, who is pleading with fans and letting a little bit of herself out in the world as far as her personality and her personal feelings go. And the serial killer, John, connects with her and decides to go to the radio station and wants to wants to be with her or make her the next victim, whatever the case may be. Um, so it's a lot of fun. You wouldn't think zombies and serial killers and on-air radio DJs would mix, but they make it work in this film pretty well. Now, as far as your standard production quality goes, don't really have a whole lot of complaints. Picture quality is pretty good. The soundtrack is amazing. I'm not into indie alternative rock music, but I could be after this film. The soundtrack was awesome. Lots of original songs, some stuff that I've never heard of, and I'm not familiar with any type of independent alternative rock band, but it was very fitting for the film. It was very fitting, obviously, for the radio station, and I think they meshed it in very well. So there's no audio issues with the film. Um, I will say some of the editing was a little choppy in some areas. Don't know if that was style design or if they were just working with what they had, but some of the editing was a little weird to me, and that may be a creative choice. Um, so, I mean, all of that stuff, fundamentally, for the most part, it's pretty good. I really enjoyed Ashley as Lisa. I thought she did a great job as that character. Again, we have a fairly small cast. I think the cast overall was like 11 people. You basically have three major players. You've got Lisa, you've got John, and then you have another young lady that plays a kind of like an online influencer that comes in late with her manager to do like a live performance to try and garner more followers. Um, and she was a fairly interesting character. Um, but I mean, the film's a lot of fun. It really is. There's some very good, typical cheesy. I love the fact that it's serial killer and zombies because there's some very cheesy zombie setups. There's some very cheesy serial killer setups, but it's all done with intent. Now, I will say that there were some weird creative choices that I guess maybe they tried to add some comedic flair to some of it. Um, at one point, John has killed somebody in the radio studio. I don't want to give too much away, but somebody dies inside the radio studio, and he's basically dragging the body out of the building into the streets, I guess, to take it to the dumpster. Basically, sees the zombies and just kind of disregards it. And I don't know if he just, like, one, you could say, well, maybe he's not that concerned with zombies, and maybe you're right. But at the same time, he doesn't know that there's zombies yet, so if you were dragging a body out of a building and you saw people, you might have a little bit of a different reaction. Now, people being zombies, he may have just assumed that they were maybe high and they wouldn't notice that he's dragging a dead body. So there were some weird creative choices like that maybe tried to add a little bit of a comedic flair. Maybe they didn't land as well as they thought they would. But realistically, the overall tone of the film is still a lot of fun. There's a good camaraderie amongst the three main characters. Especially later in the film when they're trying to find a way out of the studio, and basically it starts off as like this cat and mouse mentality game because John shows up. She doesn't know John's the serial killer. Um, and once she finds out, she's trying to get help, but then we have to deal with zombies. So there's a couple of cool character arcs in there where, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So the enemy of my enemy is the zombie. My enemy is John the serial killer. In one way or another, we're gonna have to find out a way to get out of here alive, and then maybe you can kill me. But let's get out of here and not get eaten by zombies first. It's a weird dynamic that I think was a lot of fun to explore, and I'm kind of glad that they took a chance on trying to make a film and write something like this because it is unique in that aspect. Overall, this film was, for me, it was a lot of fun to watch. I had a really good time doing it. I really liked the weird combination of serial killer and zombies. I thought it worked pretty well, regardless of some of the creative choices with some of the characters. Great acting, again by Patrick Andrew Jones, Hawthorne, or I'm sorry, Ashley Lawhorn, and Margarita Gamernick. I'm probably butchering that Margarita, but I'm sorry. But those are the three major players. Great acting by all of them. I was really impressed with Ashley. She did a really good job, and just a lot of fun to watch. It's currently available on Amazon Prime. You can rent it. I highly recommend doing that and kicking back with a bucket of popcorn and just watching the silliness unfold with a serial killer, a radio DJ, a TikToker, and a zombie horde. So like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I'll see everybody in the next video.